Is there anything better than new bike day? I think not. Aloha and welcome back to the channel, and thanks for stopping by. Today is new bike day. Let me share a story as we head on out to pick up my new Monza 26-inch BMX bike in chrome. So, my very first bike was a Mongoose. It was candy apple blue, and it was like the cheapest Mongoose that they had. It had like the steel chrome rims that were heavy, didn't even have a freewheel, and so to brake I had to like press backwards. So it wasn't a fancy bike at all, but I was still super stoked to get it. And I remember, I think my dad had set up something with the bike shop, and we were gonna go and pick it up on a Saturday. And so my brother and I were each getting brand new bikes. And I just remember that entire week just being so super excited, right, about Saturday. Like almost like it was Christmas. And I was just waiting for that day to come. And every single day, I don't even know if I even slept that whole week. But I was just super stoked and super excited. Here it is. And it's 40-something plus years later, and I'm still the same freaking way. Like, as soon as I got the notice from UPS that the shipment was on its way, I have been checking the UPS app every single day. And I'm talking every single day, looking for any kind of updates as to, you know, when the bike is going to be arriving, trying to check the progress on where it is. And this bike is coming from North Carolina, okay, all the way to Hawaii. So it took a while. And every single day, no joke, I have been on that app looking and anticipating this day. And it's finally here. So if you are unfamiliar with Monza, let me give you a little bit of history on them. So the Monza BC, or Bicycle Club, started from these two guys, Thomas and Andreas. And they were just, you know, buddies that grew up together. They rode their bikes. And I gotta say that they're probably around my age, because they reference movies like The Goonies or E.T. And, you know, in those movies, you had a group of kids that were on bikes, and they were just so super stoked to just hang out together. And that's how Thomas and his friends were, right? They just reminisced on all these like good times that they had as kids. And so over some beers, they decided, hey, let's kind of relive some of those memories by creating our own bike. And I'm just so amazed at this. It's kind of like, you know, if you've ever watched any of my videos with my friend Bernie, it's like if my friend Bernie and I did the same thing, where we popped open a couple of beers after a ride and said, hey, let's create our own bicycle company. And that's exactly what Thomas and Andreas did. They got the Monza name from a racetrack. They like speed, and they just thought it sounded really cool. And so Monza BC was born, okay? Now, this is back in like 2016. And so they had a friend that had some skills in being able to do like technical drawings. So they worked with this friend to come up with some designs for a frame for this bike that they wanted to build. And they shopped it around to different companies or different manufacturers and got turned down a lot. But they had a successful meeting with the company called Tange. And if you are an old school BMX dude like me, Tange is a name that you're familiar with, okay? So this is a company that produced all of the Kuwahara frames and forks back in the day. So if you were a Kuwahara guy, you rode something that was built by Tange, okay? And the interesting part of the story is that in talking to Thomas, one of his favorite bikes was the Kuwahara Laser Light. And surprisingly enough, that same bike was my last BMX bike when I was growing up as a kid. I paid 450 bucks for this bike. Must have been about 1983, I think. You know, worked my tail off to buy this bike by myself because my dad was like, hey, I bought you a Mongoose. You want to buy anything else after that, it's up to you. So I, you know, got a paper route. I bought a Diamondback Silver Streak. And then when I kind of got tired of that one, then I set my sights on a Kuwahara Laser Light and paid for it with my own money. But he had the same exact bike as me. So I thought that was really interesting. But anyway, Tange, this company is the guys that made the Kuwahara, okay? So this bike, if you kind of take a look at some of the pictures online, it reminds me of that Kuwahara. And I'm not sure if that was maybe the inspiration to it, but it's pretty freaking cool that the guys who built Kuwaharas are now building these Monza bikes. And yeah, it's built in Taiwan, it's built overseas, and there are some people that are purists and they want, you know, everything built in the United States, but you know, there's some good quality stuff coming out of other countries, and this bike is really, really well made. And so today we're gonna go pick this guy up, and Bernie's coming over, so we're not gonna be in Bernie's garage, we're gonna be in my garage, and we're going to put this bike together, kind of show you some of the parts, and show you why I've been so stoked to get this bike all week. Okay, so stick around. All right, so we are now in my garage instead of Bernie's garage. And we got the Monza, and we're gonna set this puppy up. But before we do that, Bernie showed up today with this almost the same shirt. Can is a brand that's on Kauai, and these guys are all about just spreading positivity and all that stuff. And it was just funny. He showed up with that shirt. I already had this one on. We're not sponsored by them, but if Can wants to do something.
If Can send shirt,
yeah,
we're gonna wear them.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. So tonight we stay brother kind.
Yeah, brother. All right, so here's the box. It came all the way from North Carolina, and it did get some damage. When I picked this up from UPS, I was a little worried about that, so we're gonna kind of see. This is where the bolt is for one of the wheels, and it kind of went through, so we're gonna see. I'm hoping it's fine, but you know, I guess we're gonna crack it open. And
okay,
all right,
you ready?
Yeah, let's bust this baby open and let's see.
All right, here, you do that side.
What's in here?
Well, it would be nice if you had a trash can, but
yeah, it's all right. That was pretty easy.
Whoa! Wow!
All right. All right, so switching over to the GoPro so we can kind of see what's inside of the box. As you can see, you know, it's packed in there pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah.
We got this is the seat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get the seat. Get a box of.
That's probably like maybe pedals.
Pedals.
Put that on the side. Oh, they got some. There's a pad set in there.
Whoa.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Nice job.
Okay. And that's pretty much it. Now it's just about carrying this thing out.
All right. Ready.
Okay.
Going.
All right.
He's stuck over there. There you go. Okay, let's throw the rubbish in there.
Okay, so we got the bike on the stand, and we're gonna do a little bit of a different type of a install video, I guess. You know, I've been watching a lot of stuff online, and pretty much people will put the bike on the rack and then do a time lapse and speed everything up. But we're gonna, through the magic of editing, we're gonna do it a little bit differently. But before we do that, let's get some of this stuff off of the bike.
Like Christmas time, let's just unwrap this stuff, you know?
So we can kind of see what this baby looks like under all of this protection.
This is the fun part right here.
Yeah.
It's like Christmas time.
You know, today I was talking about that on the way to pick it up. Like, I just kind of felt like
Christmas time.
Like, this is Christmas. I was...
Oh,
I think this is the serial number. That's my guess. 2429. That's my guess. I'm going to put this on the side.
Okay.
And we can check it out a little bit later. Oh, look at that stem.
Wow.
That thing's beautiful.
Nice. This is a really nice bike. Pretty stylish.
Yeah, this thing, it's looking really good. I mean, you just take a look at just the chrome, and it's done really well.
Yeah. It is done really well.
Yeah.
I mean, the size of the frame tubes, I mean, it's a classic old school.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like a really big set of tubes.
No.
You know?
Not at all. Yeah.
So we got the little seat with the Monza BMX on the side.
These are cool. These handlebars.
The chrome bars with black brake lever. Okay, so the Monza comes with 3-piece cranks with a 44 tooth sprocket and some old school bear trap pedals. And there you go, bear trap pedals, old school style with the Monza logo on the outside. It does have some reflectors that are definitely gonna come off, but looks pretty good. Okay, so we're gonna put on the wheel next, and I gotta say, like, look how thick this is here. I mean, I am just super impressed with how sturdy that looks. But that looks pretty cool. Let's get the wheel on. All right, so we got the wheel on. This is a black alloy wheel. It has Kenda old school Comp 3 tires on it. I love it. I love the whole you know, butterfly design like we used to ride back in the day. These are 26 by 2.125 and kind of with the gum wall, and it looks really good. All right, now we're gonna put on the bars, but before we do that, I want you to take a look at how awesome this stem looks. It's fully polished. It's beautiful. Let's get those bars on though. So we got the bars on, and they look great. It did have a front brake lever, but we decided not to put that on. We're gonna leave it off for now. It has some Diacomp brakes here for the rear. Old school type Ori, is that what it is? Ori type grips?
Or Oakley's made one like that.
Oakley's made them like this too?
Yeah.
Interesting, but looks pretty good. All right, last step to get this thing finished is to put on the seat post and the seat. It does come with a Tange old school seat post clamp, and let's get it on. And there you go, got the seat on with the seat post clamp. I know I've said this before, but it's looking good. Okay, so the bike is set up. It didn't take that long. Basically, you gotta put on the pedals, the seat, and the seat post. You gotta install the handlebars, and then do a little bit of adjustment of the brakes. And then actually, once we take it off the rack, I think the headset's a little tight, so we're gonna have to kind of loosen that up a little bit and line this up a little bit more with the forks. But initial thoughts, Bernie, what do you think?
They did a wonderful job. It's really nice.
I mean, I'm just really impressed with just the chrome plating on this thing, right? The geometry of the frame, how thick the dropouts are. It reminds me a lot of the Kuwahara Laserlight.
Yeah, it does.
You know?
The diameter of the tubes, you know?
And Tange, the guys who are building this bike, are the guys that also make or made the Kuwahara back in the day. So, yeah, looking pretty good. What about the parts? You see?
The parts, they done well. I mean, you know?
I like the
Spot on.
tires, the old school tires.
Yeah,
I'm not
like-
sure how comfortable the seat is. Seems a little bit hard. My old butt might need a different type of seat.
Yeah. They put a fancy chain on this thing.
The chain does look really cool.
Yeah.
We got the old school bear trap pedals. We got some V-brakes. And the stem, that stem
Yeah.
is gorgeous.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's really, really well done. So Monza, you guys did a terrific job
Nice job.
in putting this bike together.
It's a beautiful, beautiful bike.
Can't wait to ride it.
Yep, me too.
Okay, so that's gonna do it for us. It's a simple build. I mean, you don't have to have a lot of skills. We're like the weekend mechanics.
Yep.
If you watched any of our other videos before, you know that we're not professionals in any way.
Absolutely not.
But we were able to put this together, and we just gotta have to do, like I said, do a little bit of fine tuning on where things are lining up once it comes off the rack. But you can put this together at home. So if you want to check this out, check out monzabmx.com. They still have some left. They have a chrome version, one in black, and I did a video. If you take a look up in the corner, I took a look at my buddy Flo's Monza, and actually he was the guy that actually told us about Monza. We didn't even know anything about Monzas until he said, "Hey, I ordered a new bike," and we're like, "What did you order?" "A Monza." And we're like,
What is that?
Monza, what is that? But when it came, we were like really impressed, and so super stoked that we have a chrome one to play with, and look forward to riding it. Okay.
Yep.
Well, if you stuck around this long, consider subscribing and liking the video. It helps us out. And until next time, take care of one another, be safe, and aloha.